It's all about house and home. Yeah, yeah. We care about improving lifestyles. It's all about the betterment for your life with house and home. Yeah, it's all about the betterment for your life with house and home.
Coming up tonight on House and Home, we begin the show with a refreshing taste of cucumber salad. Leon from Brian Bel features the star audio speakers available at the Brian Bel Home Center. This time on gardening, it is all about attracting birds to your garden, brought to you by Shelomi from the Port Moresby Nature Park. Dr. Ambi talks about the HIV/AIDS on Healthy Minds. Godfreeman shows us another awesome shortcut guide to recycling aluminium cans, and we end the show with home habits where we see how a Peplum Belt is done. Good night through all viewers, and greetings from the House and Home team. Hope you all had a great weekend and are geared up for another brand new week. This is the second week of November, which is also the second last month of the year 2016. My goodness, Christmas is almost here. Well, most students have already set for their exams and are on holidays, while others are still having classes. Well, take good care of yourselves and be disciplined, because you never know what would happen as the end of the year is approaching. And for the working class, as usual, we still have more work to complete and deadlines to meet before we say goodbye to the year 2016. But that's not for a few weeks. We begin our show with something that you can find refreshing as the year comes to an end. Here's how you can enjoy your holidays with a smooth and refreshing cucumber salad. Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first edition of House and Home Snacks. On this segment, we bring to you light refreshments. So today we're going to be making cucumber salad. So for this recipe, you will need cucumbers here. Of course, you have red onions. These are to taste. So you have tomatoes and your avocado. So for the dressing, you will need a cup of olive oil. So I just used 2 little glasses. So I have olive oil. I have lemon pepper for seasoning. It's optional. You can either use lemon juice or the lemon pepper seasoning. And then you have the thymes. This is an aromatic floral herb. So this adds flavor to the recipe. And the salt. So let's begin. Start by carefully chopping the cucumbers, making thin slices. According to research, cucumber is a healthy fruit that has a very positive record of hair, skin, and health benefits. It is a perfect skin revitalizer, wipes out skin blemishes, instant aid to eye wrinkles, gives shiny hair, reduces hair falls, a cancer preventive, good for dental health, beneficial for diabetics, and so many to name. The red onions just adds on a little bit of another color to give a bit of extra taste. Do not mix yet. Make sure to add all the ingredients before you give it a mix. Go for the big, round and rich red tomatoes and chop little cubes, an additional freshness you don't want to skip. The health benefits of tomatoes have been known to mankind since ancient times. Tomatoes are rich sources of antioxidants that have been proven to be effective against many forms of cancer and also aid to skin problems. Combines well with cucumber. Step 4. This is the stage where all the magic happens. Not a hassle at all too. Okay, so our salad is almost done. The next thing we're doing is the dressing. So for the dressing, you will need the following ingredients. So you will need the olive oil, the seasoning, lemon pepper seasoning, the thymes. This you can use parsley, you can use dill, but I decided to use this, and salt. For the dressing, pour in the olive oil. Add the lemon pepper seasoning if you don't have lemon juice. Add as well the thymes. It is optional if you don't have parsley or dill. It is a floral herb with an amazing aroma that's absolutely refreshing. And finally, add a little bit of salt to complete the dressing. You want to let it stay for at least 15 to 20 minutes in the refrigerator. I prefer 20 minutes because I find it satisfying after having a little bit of it. So the last thing we're doing is putting this in the refrigerator. Let it stay for 15 to 20 minutes and then we can enjoy. So, I'm gonna taste it and see if I've done the right job. Okay, let me just see. The cucumber, the avocado. This tastes so good. Hey, this is not hard. This is very easy to make. You can make one for yourself. Buy the ingredients, the dressing is just awesome. So, until the next time, keep an eye out for more amazing salad right here on Haus and Home Snacks. Goodbye. There you have it, the cucumber salad dish. Simply easy to prepare. Not much hassle with the preparation and an ideal recipe to add onto your list for picnics, birthday parties, and so forth. Now we all know that when it comes to anything that concerns great product quality with reasonable pricing, Brian Bel especially is always devoted to bringing to its valued customers what needs to be showcased purposely to suit certain budgets. We will check out Brian Bel's Star Audio speakers. That's coming up after the break, so stay with us.
It's all about Haus and Home. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back. Brian Bel has always been around and is still here for its valued customers, saving the day, providing starting from home entertainment products, kitchen department, hardware, and much more. So let's go shopping with Brian Bel and check out their amazing Star Audio speakers.
Hi there viewers and welcome to another Shopping with Brian Bel on Haus and Home. I'm your host, Leon Gawi. In this segment, we'll take a look at some of our new Star Audio speakers. These are perfect for the upcoming 2016 festive season. So let's go take a look. Star Audio is a known and trusted brand amongst products here at Brian Bel. And since it started being sold at Brian Bel, it has become a customer favorite because it's quality at an affordable price. The first of three speakers I want to show is the Star Audio BM5 5.2-inch professional BT speaker. This is a great gift idea and it boasts the following attributes. DJ Pro sounds, rechargeable with 5 hours battery life, FM radio capabilities, memory card, USB and aux cord compatibility, comes with a wireless microphone, loud up to 30 watts, and has Bluetooth connectivity. So during this time of the year, there will be a lot of parties, whether it's your friends or your families. What better way to enjoy your company with some quality tunes played on a quality sound system like this awesome sound unit. It is small but packs a punch and it's easy to operate. The rechargeable features of this speaker gives you the flexibility so you can carry it wherever you want, whenever you want, so you can better enjoy your times together. Now the second product that I want to show from our Star Audio speakers is this Star Audio BT6 6.5-inch professional BT speaker. It has 5 hours battery lifespan and it's a rechargeable battery. FM capabilities, it can play music off the USB, memory card or aux cord, and it has a wireless mic so you can enjoy all your karaoke this Christmas season. And at the same time, this speaker can also connect to Bluetooth so you can connect easily on your phone and play all the music that you want to hear. But it's slightly bigger with its 40 watt capacity. This bad boy can make some noise. The easy to carry handle and the sturdy foundation complements it well. It would make as an excellent travel companion when you're traveling home to the village this Christmas. Now, while I have your attention, I must emphasize that Brian Bel has the best after-sales service guarantee. So if anything goes wrong with the products you buy from Brian Bel, then you can simply bring it back to us. We can service it and fix it with genuine parts for that item that you bought here. We stock genuine parts for the products that we sell and can replace your faulty product. This is just an extension of the services we provide here at Brian Bel. The final speaker I want to show is this BB22 2.1 multimedia channel subwoofer system. Just one look at this and you know that this is a beast, with its smaller speakers for surround sound and the subwoofer to give you that thump when you're playing your favorite tracks at your parties. This Star Audio speaker also boasts the following features: remote control operated, 150 watts of quality sound, has connection capabilities with USB, SD cards and Bluetooth, and can also play the FM radio. So if you're looking to get the party started and keep the party alive all throughout the festive season into the new year, then this is the speaker for you. Now, before we end the segment, I must remind you that our Home Center's Christmas Winners competition is still running. And wouldn't it be lovely for you to win something during this Christmas? Well, you can do that simply by shopping with us at Brian Bel. All you have to do is spend 50 kina or more at any Brian Bel Home Center. For every 50 kina spent, you get an entry form. Simply fill in your details and drop it into the draw box. There are 88 prizes to be given away over the duration of this competition, valued at a whopping 115,000 kina. There are 8 weekly draws of a 32-inch StarVision TV on at each of our 8 local Brian Bel Home Centers around the country. That's 64 32-inch StarVision TVs to be won. Now, if you miss out on the weekly prizes, well, don't worry, because your ticket will still be in the chance for the grand draw prize. The grand draw prizes include one Christmas winners gift voucher to the value of 5,000 kina, 2 Christmas winners gift vouchers to the value of 1,000 kina each. That's 24 winners in total. 3 sets of grand prizes at each of our 8 local Brian Bel Home Centers. Well, there you have it, folks. If you're looking for a speaker system, Star Audio is your best bet. It's also a great gift idea. Come on in and check out the range for yourself. Our Home Center Christmas Winners promotion is also still running. This competition, all you have to do is spend 50 kina or more, and for every 50 kina spent, you get a yellow slip. Simply fill in your details, chuck it into the draw box, and you just might win something from Brian Bel this Christmas. And always remember, great prices, great products, and great after-sales service. That's Brian Bel. Until our next time together, goodbye and God bless.
That was Brian Bel showcasing their very own Star Audio speakers. If you're someone who is more comfortable with quality sound, then why not head on down to the Brian Bel Home Center and check out the featured products. Viewers, keep watching House and Home for more updates for Brian Bel's massive specials and much more. A quick readers up, however, if you are someone who loves gardening and needs tips on how to maintain your little garden in your backyard and your flower beds, not to worry, we have Shelomi from the Port Moresby Nature Park joining us in a moment, so stay tuned.
It's all about House and Home. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to House and Home. Now, attracting birds to your garden requires certain methods to make it happen, and it is also very important that you have a fair idea on what type of birds you are actually attracting and what type of plants are attracting the birds to your garden. Here now is Shelomi from the Port Moresby Nature Park.
Papua New Guinea has some beautiful birds, but we don't often get to see them close up, especially in our own gardens. Welcome to Gardening Tips with House and Home at Port Moresby Nature Park. My name is Shelomi, and today I'd like to show you some ways that you can encourage birds to visit your garden and make them feel safe. It's lovely having birds around. Listening to them sing and watching them play is good for our mental health. and for teaching our kids about nature. But you might not know that birds are also useful for pollinating fruit and for keeping down the number of insect pests in the garden. There are different types of plants that will attract different types of birds, and these generally fall into 4 groups. Nectar-producing flowers, plants with fruits or berries, plants with seeds, and plants that attract insects. So thinking about including plants from all of these groups will help you to increase the variety of birds that will visit you. Before we move on to the other groups, I'd just like to note that another really handy tip is to plant some dense prickly bushes for birds that will protect their bird nests, and have some larger branches overhead away from cats and dogs. Nectar is a sugary liquid produced by many flowers, and it's part of the diet of many honeyeaters and lorikeets. Nectar-feeding birds are most attracted to large flowers, especially if they're red or yellow. Birds with strong beaks like parrots like to eat these hard seeds like acacias or casuarinas. And these small grass seeds are very important for birds like finches and manakins. Our last group is the insect-eating birds, and you can encourage these by using plants that have small flat flowers, especially if they're purple, blue or white. The last important tip is to remember that birds will always keep returning to a reliable clean water source. So if you have an old bowl or a dish that's not very deep, fill it up with water and put it somewhere safe up off the ground. Just remember to tip it out and clean it every few days to stop the mosquitoes from breeding in there. So you can see it's quite easy to attract birds to your garden just by planting a variety of plants, and you'll end up with a more lively garden and reduce your pest problems. So join us again next time for some more tips on how to improve your garden. Bye!
Thank you, Shelomi, for the gardening tips. I'm sure our viewers have learned something and will continue to keep their gardens beautiful and attractive enough to have birds around to continuously pollinate their plants. And viewers, if you hadn't known, birds play a vital role in the garden's ecosystem as pest controllers of everything from snails to all plant destroyers, and bring joy even to the dullest plot. Coming up after the break, Dr. Ambi talks to us about the HIV/AIDS on Healthy Minds, so stay watching.
It's all about Haus and Home. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back. Of all the awful illnesses and viruses, HIV/AIDS has been leading for a very long time and is still on the rise. Heaps of awareness programs have been done to help prevent this virus, but why is it still running high at an unbelievable rate? We will now hear more of this from Dr. Ambi on Healthy Minds.
Healthy Mind was proudly brought to you by Telecom PNG Limited.
Hi viewers, welcome to Healthy Mind. Well, in this episode, you'll be thinking more same one kind topic you may by talk. Well, plenty time me think lo story lo this last side because one bla kind sick you may go through or some HIV AIDS. Emi create him tribla issue and come up lo mental health lo all man, also man who's at the suffering HIV AIDS, but the loved ones and their whoever is around them, and also even the workers who looks after them, especially health workers who are looking after them, and the community, and there are many of them who are associated with these victims can be mentally unhealthy. So today we will talk about this particular issue about HIV AIDS and mental health. Osemonem you may can talk lo this last side and something you may understand him. AIDS is a disease which is caused by human immunodeficiency virus, that means HIV virus, okay? Now, which destroys all those blood cells. Look at him life or some blood cells which are there, white cells na. All strong him life one play infection come, by bite, by give you life, by put him all kurunguti morgata this kind binatang which is coming around to destroy you. Whatever the sickness, the white cells are there to look after you. And also they are whatever they like the white cells which are protecting you and the bodily functions, they are all even cancer or different issues which the body cells are protecting and healing, they are being destroyed by this HIV. That means human immunodeficiency virus. A more simple term you may understand him. So it takes, you don't get the infection now you die tomorrow. Emi case in tribal years ago. Now some kind complications by come up or complexity by come up, and some time all man nap kisim right Morrison law this kind sick. They go have an accessibility to go and get these HIV medicines. All got way low kissing, so that care and medicines and all these things are not there to take care of themselves. So viewers, what can I say? Why should mental health be affected? Well, this evening you must understand him. AIDS can affect the mental health in many ways. Also me talk penis or suppose you got kuru, all get a feeling, thinking, want him something you mean by make him, all get a something and can be affected. Time you hurry him, you got this last sick, or you walk him on blood. No good action penis now. You think him no good me kiss him this la AIDS now or think too can karem come some kind sick lo think sick or similar mental health. One way let me say that when you have HIV, today we are focusing on HIV AIDS and its straight. So by you looking also when you go through HIV AIDS, then there is pain. Okay. So when you what happened, many diseases are associated with AIDS, also AIDS or HIV, but there are other sicknesses because immune state is, right. So anarpla all sick too by come na karamapim this la HIV AIDS na yumigo lo this la road, plenty severe pain by come up la body, which make people very miserable. So it can cause the mental health of the patient very upside down and make him, hamama straight. So pain is one of the way which is associated with HIV AIDS can create mental health problem. Number 2 is the disability. People who feels very weak. So when you have this issue or sickness, you are taking medicine or narapla kind sick too by come, so you can feel very weak. Now tired and unable to do what you used to do before or hamamasi come or some functions at work or home, you feel helpless or angry. Now kind this la too, this la kind disability can bring him onset loss some kind mental health problem in your lifetime when you suffer HIV AIDS. Number 3 is fear of dying. So they worry about the family. So time you get him sick, yeah, now you not thinking, positive way of thinking. You thinking all family and also spouse and kids and what's going to happen in the future for this family. And oh, me by die, oh, this like kind fear of dying also can cause mental health problem like anxiety and depression and so on. Number 4 is expense. You know that when you have any kind of sickness, there is a financial hardship. So that also create another set of mental health problem in your life. The another point also, we talked about pain, disability, fear of dying and expense. Okay, so 5th point is resentment. That means resentment of the family or others in the family, because the others in the family, they all think that okay, now only got this last sick, now I'm come up or some kind burden to the family, and they become some of the family members start thinking, oh, you being an unfaithful person in the family, we start blaming the person, we make upset with them, bring kind of disinterest in harim talk long all, or you pili mo say, oh, you bring him this like kind sick lo family blow you mean, and now me plak him bagarap, or this like kind talk you sabe pinis lo way blow you me talk yeah, aim can also bagarap him now bring him mental health problem blow sick man. Now, plus 6th point is also stigma and discrimination. So, misunderstanding about HIV/AIDS and also kind infection or this like kind can bring some kind of stigma and discrimination. And once you have stigma and discrimination, now you create some kind of mental health problem in your lifetime. Well, number 7 is direct. We must remember the HIV/AIDS can have an impact or direct impact on the brain of the person who has got HIV/AIDS. So having a direct effect, HIV/AIDS got direct effect on the brain itself, and they can create some kind tumor, kind infection, or this last brain can have affected by the HIV virus itself. So that can create some kind or some low dementia like loss of memory, or you can have other mental health issues which may create or some kind of disability in the family. Now we must remember patients who suffer HIV/AIDS will have also hearing voices. That means major psychotic problem, major mental health problem. They can see things or hear things, or they might obey the commands, or they might fear that somebody is going to kill them. So you will see it is important to find out all these issues. All mental health problems in these patients need help, because at least give them the sound mind to fight positively to have a very long life. So one of the things is we need to improve that mental health must be integrated within the health system. What does it mean? Patients who suffer HIV/AIDS will have greater impact on their mind, and mental health problems are highly associated with these patients. So, well, what can I tell the family members and loved ones and health workers? Always talk to these patients. They need mental health problem. We need to integrate into the health system where we can not only treat with the medication, we can give them counsel, which you give, but it could be another way to identify and treat the mental health problem, so that all can strongly mind blown all now start having positive thinking and have their long life to look after their family members and loved ones. Well, I'm sure this la kind sick, Amy, you pla harim, no can put him lo one plus side, care up, help him all loved ones to have, because life is only once. Put him Papa God first. Amy it by Karem. We life blow you me go. We're good plus straight. So well we was take care. Now put him word lo Papa God. Put him lo think blow you. Go time you go to church, think him how na you can help him patients with HIV AIDS. Hare more go hurry up lo how sick. Kiss him marsin blow mental health long all can live very long life to look after their kids. Until next time, take care and God bless you all. Bye bye now.
Healthy Mind was proudly brought to you by Telecom PNG Limited.
Good to know about the points stressed. What affects the mental perspective actually is anxiety, depression, the feeling of being rejected even by your loved ones, which can lead to serious mental illness. Thank you, Dr. Ambi, for sharing with us this important topic. I hope you viewers will take that information at heart and be wise. When we come back after the break, Godfreeman joins us on Life Hacks, so don't go anywhere.
It's all about House and Home.
Welcome back. We now join Godfreeman on Life Hacks, getting creative with the aluminium cans.
Everybody drinks soft drinks. Well, not everybody, but no matter where you go, you're bound to find these aluminum cans, empty or full. But if you don't dispose of them properly, it can do a lot of harm to the environment. That's why for this episode of Life Hacks, I'm going to show you guys some awesome soft drink hacks that you probably didn't know about. So, let's get started.
Incredibly awesome hack number 1, using the can as an apple peeler. Now, this is going to be a little tricky, so be careful with this particular hack. So, to begin, use your scissors to separate the top part of the can from the rest of the can. All you're going to need is just this top bit. Now before we continue, this bit's edges are really sharp, so it can be quite dangerous. To fix that, you take your pliers and you fold these edges in to make them less life-threatening. And there you go, we're almost done with our peeler. Now that it's a lot less dangerous, remove the tab from the top of the can. The next step is to curve this piece so that it'll make it easier when you peel. You can use the pliers here to speed things up. And there you have it, your very own apple peeler. All you have to do is hold it right here. Place the open side where the tab used to be against the apple. And this will do all the peeling, while all you have to do is pull down. Awesome hack number 2. Here's a cool hack that you probably didn't know about. Sick of your straw floating out of your canned drink? Well, just take the tab, twist it around, and slide your straw through it. Simple! Less floaty straws. Now this next hack is pretty cool and also serves as more of a decoration. You can use the aluminum cylinder as a coaster to place other drinks on. Firstly, you'll have to cut off the top and the bottom. Once you're left with just the cylinder, cut it in half, and then fold it into a smaller rectangle. Cut it again so that the shape becomes squarer. This will be our coaster. But then again, you can cut it into any shape you want, as long as you're able to place drinks and whatnot onto it. And it's almost done. Our final step is to cover the edges with tape to make it safer to handle. And there you have it. Your coaster is done and ready to protect your hardwood surfaces from those drinks. Now, speaking of surfaces to place things on, The next thing you're going to make is a candle holder. This one is super easy. All you need is the very lower base of the can. Separate it from the rest of the can. And there you have it. You've got an excellent fireproof base for a candle.
And there you have it. I hope you all found those life hacks to be pretty useful. They're definitely a better alternative to disposing these cans in the wrong way.
Thanks Godfreeman for assuring us that we can still do a lot more with the cans we use every day. When we come back after the quick breather, I will show you how to make your own Peplum Belt on Home Habits, so stay watching.
It's all about house and home.
Thanks for staying with us on the show. In today's world, fashion designers love to take it up a notch in creating certain outfits to catch the eyes of all people, not just people around them, but people from all walks of life. That's right, it's about adding on to something that's been already designed to suit today's taste. On Home Habits, I will show you how to make your own Peplum Belt. Now you may be wondering what exactly a Peplum Belt is. Well, rest easy, I will make that known to you very soon. Home Habits involves the activities that you normally do at home. It is all about getting creative and improvising in the comfort of your home. That is what we call the DIY projects, which is creating something useful out of old stuff or simple things. Arranging and designing what you want for your home depends entirely on yourself, starting from home decors, arts and crafts, sewing, and many more. What I'm going to show you right now is a Peplum Belt, a homemade Peplum Belt. Now, what is a Peplum Belt? A peplum is a section of wavy fabric attached to the waistline of a blouse, dress, or a jacket. The word peplum is derived from the Greek word peplos, which was established as a typical attire worn by women in ancient Greece. According to research, this fashion died out in the 1950s and then came back in the late 1980s and the early 1990s, and then reinvented in the 21st century. Instead of being a long overskirt, it became much more understated, usually only covering now to where the waistline is. As you can see, this is the piece of fabric that I'll be using. It's more like 1.5 meters. Sewing a peplum belt depends entirely on who the belt is for, so you have your own measurements. This right here is the piece I've already cut, but like I said, I'm going to teach you how to cut out a piece for yourself. So, for this project, you will need, of course, your scissors, the cotton. This is the most important part. This is optional, but for this project, I'll be using hook and eye, and you can use buttons, or you can either tie a rope around, but it depends entirely on yourself. So let's get straight into it, shall we? So what you do is spread out your fabric with the right side facing down and fold. Fold. Once it's folded, and place it. First of all, cut out a piece at the top right corner of the folded fabric. You can see that it looks exactly like the half of a semicircle. Now that you're done cutting along the curved lines, spread the fabric on a flat surface with the right sides facing each other. Always remember to leave a seam allowance of 1/4 or a 1/2 centimeter. A seam allowance is defined as the area between the fabric edges and the line of stitches. Seam allowance can range from a quarter inch to several inches. Different pattern requires a specific seam allowance. In general, our patterns call for a quarter or a half inch for seam allowance. Once you're done sewing the opened edges, do little cuttings where the edges are with a big or a small scissors. This is purposely to make the curved edges stand out. Be careful when you're doing the cuts where the seam allowance is, and make sure you don't cut together where the stitch is. The next thing you do is flip the peplum right side out. If you're using a fabric that really needs ironing, then go ahead and use your iron to knock out the wrinkles. But with this fabric, I've decided not to use the iron as it looks perfectly neat and smooth. Here's the piece of fabric I'm cutting out for the waistline. For you beginners, it is important that you get an accurate measurement. The waistline here is about 27 by 3 inches. For this part alone, you can either pin and then sew or fold in as you sew along. Trying to well execute the sewing of the waistline for your peplum belt can be very tough, because then you will have to make sure that the fabric is properly folded and sewn neatly to hold the waistline and the larger piece together. You can see that I've chosen to fold and sew along. The last step is optional. You can either use snap fasteners, buttons, or hook and eye to join your peplum belt. For this project, I've decided to use hook and eye. What you do is get your thread according to your choosing and a needle, and start hand sewing both the hook and the eye at each end of the peplum. Wrap around your waist, and there you go. The size will always depend on who the peplum belt is for. So until the next time, keep an eye out for more DIY projects right here on Home Habits. Goodbye. Something perfect for all you beautiful ladies to try out. Well, viewers, that's all we have for you on this episode. Just as much as I've enjoyed your company, I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode as well. For any comments on any of our features, contact the Haus and Home team on the email address now showing on your screen. You can also get in touch with us through our Haus and Home Facebook page, like it, and drop your comments letting us know what you think about the program and what you'd like to see more of in the coming episodes. And to view this episode again, visit EMTV Online. And remember, viewers, that there's more that you can get for your home and lifestyle improvement when you tune into Haus and Home every Tuesday. Until the next time, I'm Teresa Miria, and on behalf of the Haus and Home team, pleasant viewing, stay safe, and enjoy the rest of the week. Goodbye.
It's all about the better man for your life with Haus and Home.